Hello, welcome back, English learners, to another tutorial of English language practice. In this video, I will demonstrate for you the use of these 8 useful expression English words with the verb die. To die, which means to stop living. This verb has got many phrasal verbs which are very useful that can be used to enrich your language. The first phrasal verb, the first common phrasal verb, die to. To die to, which means very eager to. An example, I am dying to read his book, which means I am very eager to read his book. Beautiful expression. The second phrasal verb, die for, which means would love to. Example, I am dying for a cup of tea, which means I would love a cup of tea. The third phrasal verb, die away, which means to become fainter or become weaker. Example, the sound died away, which means the sound became weaker or fainter. The fourth phrasal verb, die down, which means to become less strong. For example, the wind died down, which means the wind became less strong. The fifth phrasal verb with die is die out, which means not being continued. For example, the old customs, the old habits are dying out, which means they are not being continued. And then you move on to phrasal verb number 6, die back. Die back. For example, if we say, if a plant dies back, its leaves die, but its roots remain alive. Also beautiful phrasal verb. The seventh phrasal verb is die off. Die off, which means become extinct, stop existing. For example, the refugees are dying off from disease. And the last phrasal verb, die on, which means to cease to function, stop to function, or stop functioning, cease to function. For example, it's better to die on your feet than to live on your knees. Also, beautiful expression. So far, I have presented for you 8 useful, common phrasal verbs with die. Die to, die for, die away, die down, die out, die back, die off, die on. Thank you so much. Hopefully this lesson was useful. Goodbye.